Live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, it's time for Hey Coach and the Nate Oates Show on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Hey Coach and the Nate Oates Show are presented by Alfa Insurance. Auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. Also brought to you by Ford and your local Alabama Ford dealer. Proud partners of the Crimson Tide. McCurry Van and Car Rental. Rent local with McCurry Van and Car Rental. We offer the perfect vehicle for any need. Proudly serving Alabama. Visit us today for a hassle-free rental experience. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Let's go places. And by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Now, live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, here's the voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart.
Welcome, everybody. It is great to have you with us again for Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. We got a lot to go over on today's program. The head coach of Alabama softball, Patrick Murphy, is with us, along with one of his players, Marlie, Giles, joining us as well. We're also going to talk in the final half hour with Nate Oates from Bama men's basketball, and a great young man and student athlete that we've got to know in the brief time that he has been in Tuscaloosa, Houston Mallette. Looking forward to visiting with him as well. Couple of things before we get to our first break, and we're joined by Coach Murphy. Tide fans, be sure to listen to Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR, Tuesday and Thursdays on all Crimson Tide Sports Network social media outlets. Crimson Drive live each Tuesday and Thursday, 2 o'clock Central, so be sure to join us for the latest on Alabama athletics, and also keep up with everything Bama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app. It's presented by Cadence Bank, and it's available at the App Store and at Google Play. Download that Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app now for free. We are at Baumhower's Victory Grille, where you can spice up your favorite recipes with Bob's signature famous sauces, including hot sauce, sweet Thai chili, white barbecue, and Jamaican jerk as well. Baumhower's legendary sauce is now available in grocery stores throughout Alabama, or you can simply order online, baumhowers.com. Baumhower's Victory Grille, legendary food, legendary fun, and the legendary home of Hey Coach, the official watch party location of the Crimson Tide. Patrick Murphy batting leadoff for us next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When life drops the unexpected, Alpha is here. Turning what now into what's next. Resolving your claims quickly. Because clarity beats chaos. And knowing now is better than wondering when. We handle the hassle. Because your peace of mind matters. And so does the journey ahead. That's life with Alfa Insurance.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $279 a month for 39 months. Offer valid through February 2nd, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.78 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full-court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie. Cook's Pest Control.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and number 1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support University of Alabama Athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
We welcome you back to Hey Coach, presented by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. That's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Hope you'll enjoy one tomorrow night at Coleman Coliseum when Alabama takes on Missouri in men's basketball. That tip time was originally scheduled for 8 o'clock. You may have seen the notification yesterday, but it has been moved up to a 7 o'clock start. Can I get an amen from the congregation? Not an 8 o'clock tip. 7 o'clock is when we'll tip that one off. That means our radio coverage on the network begins at 6. So if you haven't seen that, please note again, 7 o'clock tip time at Coleman tomorrow night. Alabama men's basketball taking on Missouri. Nate Oates joining us in about 20 minutes, but right now we are very pleased to welcome in the head coach of Alabama softball, our friend Patrick Murphy. Murph, always great to see you. Appreciate the time.
Man, what a great crowd tonight. Thanks for everybody. I've got one of my favorite families of all time from Tuscaloosa, Northport. The Williams family used to be my neighbors. They're all here. I have almost my entire staff the next table over, and I have a table of managers who are the best in the world right over here.
So you brought the crowd. Man's got his own entourage.
Maybe. And then yesterday we practiced inside at the football, indoor facility. And I was walking in. There was a young man booming kicks all by himself. And I had noticed that Alabama football signed a young man from Ireland. Did you guys see that?
Top of the morning to you.
Yes, and Patrick Stacey Murphy had to meet the kid from Ireland.
Yeah, I understand. That makes sense.
I go up to the kid, and I was praying that it was him because I didn't know. And I said, would you happen to be from Ireland? And he said, yes. And I said, thank God. I'm your new number one fan. So all the staff went over to say hi to him, and I'm telling you, the ball off his foot was amazing. He was hitting 52 plus, I think he's 60-yarder he hit with ease. So his name is Lorcan Quinn, if anybody wants to know, but seemed like a really nice kid.
That's a prime example right there of why we call you the best teammate on campus, among the reasons why we call you the best teammate on the University of Alabama campus, but also maybe the biggest Alabama fan there is as well, because you do love everything Bama, and obviously your program is phenomenal. But you keep such an eye on what else is going on around the campus. But also a very, very important thing that in this day and age with transfer portal, NIL, all of the, frankly, negative things that are discussed about college athletics by outsiders, for people like yourself, the main thing is still the main thing. And in the classroom, your young ladies have gotten it done in the fall to make sure they're ready to go here in the winter and spring.
Yeah, and I say all the time, I'm sure somebody out there knows this, but young ladies outlive men 12 to 15 years. So sorry, guys, it's going to happen.
I got a philosophy on that, but I'll keep it to myself.
Okay. So they're with us for 4 years.
Got it.
Maybe some 5, COVID, Montana, Jenna Johnson. But for 4 years, they're a intercollegiate athletic at the University of Alabama. So we need to teach them life skills because they're going to be around for 70 years at least. So we want them to be great people in the community, wife, partner, mom, grandmother, eventually down the road. And if we emphasize the academic part of it in their career, we're doing them a disservice. And I don't care what sport.
Right.
Because there's not that many guys that make the NFL. And Mr. Houston Mallette, I've heard nothing but great things about him. I can't wait to meet him.
Better than advertised, by the way.
Great kid. I've heard nothing but just awesome things. But they had a 3.7888 team GPA. It was the highest we've ever had in our history. And we had 11 of the 21 young ladies get 4.0s, which is unbelievable. I've never had a 4.0 in school. So
collectively, I did for 3 semesters.
Yeah, me too. Yes.
Okay.
But Marlie was one of those, and she has like a 3.97 something GPA. Just incredible students, and then also really good athletes.
Great stuff. Let's talk about your season, which again, it's below freezing, so that means that softball's right here. And you do start next week. Thursday in Atlanta, the Buzz Classic at Georgia Tech. You got Villanova, Georgia Tech, East Carolina. 5 games over the course of what, 3 days, 4 days?
Yes, sir. 3 days. We might be the opening game of college softball because we start at 3 Eastern on Thursday.
Right.
So we play 1 Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. And you remember John Gilbert?
Oh, yeah, real well. East Carolina's AD.
Yep, he's the AD at East Carolina, so we'll play them. And Georgia Tech and us have had this pretty good rivalry for the last couple of years. They're coming to us next year, which is a good thing, so we can keep that. They're a really good softball program. Won games in regionals last year. We really like their staff, and it's an easy drive. It's 3 hours to Atlanta, so we're going to keep that rivalry going.
Fantastic. But for those that aren't able to get to Atlanta, you are going to be at home here really soon. You got the Easton Bama Bash coming up that following week. It's mid-February, the 13th through the 15th. Same time baseball opens up, or the same weekend that baseball opens up. So back at home for that one, which is always big.
Joy Grace Webb, our marketing young lady, baseball, softball, I believe gymnastics, I think men's and women's basketball as well, all at home. So if you're a fan that haven't been to Tuscaloosa, you could make it almost a 4-sport weekend. So it's going to be jam-packed, and every facility is going to be going.
Great stuff, and we're going to talk more about it in a few moments, but we're also going to talk about one of your players, a homegrown product. The Clanton Peach herself, Marlie Giles, senior catcher for the Crimson Tide, will be joining us on the other side of this break. We continue to talk Bama softball with head coach Patrick Murphy, and joined by Marlie Giles next here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Bama fans, each Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live booth and courtside cams, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus replays of Crimson Tide Rewind. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes, coaches, and media members that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Crimson Tide. The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast. Hey Bama fans, each Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider Podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live booth and courtside cams, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus replays of Crimson Tide Rewind. Our YouTube Shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student-athletes, coaches, and media members that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Crimson Tide. The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast.
The 2-1. Giles lines it to left. That's down for a base hit, and Marlie Giles coming through with 2 outs. An RBI single.
The voice of Bama softball, Tom Canterbury, with the call there on the Crimson Tide. We welcome you back to Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. He was describing a play by senior catcher for the Crimson Tide, and Coach Patrick Murphy. Will let you handle the formal introduction of the young lady that joins us on stage.
So a great young lady, a senior this year. We have 4 four-year players, which is very awesome to hear. Marlie is one of them. She was a catcher from the state of Alabama, obviously, and we really wanted her. Great family, and they're over there against the wall, mom, dad, and brother. But a great young lady and a great representative of the University of Alabama, Marlie Giles from Clanton, Alabama.
Question number 1, did you bring peach ice cream for everybody? Because I've stopped. My car automatically stops when I get to the Chilton County exit. Mm-hmm. Got to stop at one of the peach parks. And
That's right. It is the best ice cream in America.
It is. It is really good. It is really good. And you get to ask about more stuff than that. But let's talk about the softball piece of it. For you to be able to play in your home state for what is one of, obviously, year in and year out, one of the best programs in America. Tell me how special for a Bama girl to get to play for the Tide.
I mean, it's really hard to put into words how much it means to me. I mean, as a kid, I grew up going to the games all the time. I mean, our whole travel ball team and all-star team, that we'd always go to the softball camps and, meet Coach Murphy. And it was just a dream come true just to be able to be on the field and to see the facilities and to actually live out that dream and be able to play on that diamond is just something really special.
Coach, I know it's part about growing your sport and growing awareness for your program when you host those camps. But it's also a chance to see early kids that may have a chance to play. And I know it's a very small percentage that do wind up wearing the Bama uniform, but I've got a feeling you kind of have an eye pretty quick on okay, we're gonna follow this one.
I think 2 years ago I counted. They were standing up to introduce themselves at a function, and I think it was 11 of the 21 at the time had come to a camp.
Yeah.
So that number is bigger than what you think.
Right.
And, one of the cool things we try to do, we can't do it all the time, but if the schedule works and, we're heading that way, we got to go to Marlie's house last year, right?
Yes, sir.
And I think it was spring break. We were headed down to South Alabama. Mm-hmm. And her family, everybody in town went to their house, had a great meal. It was incredible. And tell them afterwards when we went by the school.
So Murph, and I talked to Jaden and Murph, and they were able to drive by our school, and actually Murph stopped by our elementary school. All the kids had came outside and had signs for Alabama softball, and they were just so excited that just the buses would be going by. And sure enough, good old Murph saw the kids and pulled over and went down and took pictures with them, met all of them, and it just made, I'm sure, every single one of them's year, and they'll remember that for the rest of their lives.
I can only imagine, but I remember 4 or 5 years old watching the Alabama football team buses drive past my house in Fairfield on the way to Legion Field to play games. So, again, when you know the Tide is rolling in or rolling through, but to have the Tide stop, that is incredible.
I mean, I think the whole town knew we were there, which is a good thing.
We had a police escort, I think.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did.
That's fantastic. Let's talk a little bit more, Coach, about your team. 13 returners on the squad, 6 freshmen, couple of transfers. Tell me from the spring what you've seen. And it sounds so strange to call it spring, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What you've seen from this squad.
So first thing, I hope that everybody in this restaurant has come to a game, but if you haven't, this is the year you need to come. It's the 30th anniversary. It's a big, big year for us. And we have, I think, the best collection of athletes we've ever had, all over the field. A catcher is a green light girl, which is if she gets to first base, she has the green light to steal at any time, which really doesn't happen.
Sure.
But we have 11 of those green light girls, over half the team. Very, very, very fast. Michelle Diltz, our strength coach, did a great job this fall. And, Salem Hawkins is somewhere over there in the crowd, and she is also a green light girl. So athletes everywhere. And yesterday when we were indoors at football, we rotate on the infield. I hit 5 ground balls and everybody rotates. Well, there's like 3 or 4 girls that went to all 4 positions in the infield, and they were fine with it.
Right.
Athletic-wise, arm-wise, range, glove, the whole thing. We're 2 deep at every position for sure. We have 5 pitchers, 6 freshmen, 2 kids we got in the portal, and Chris, who we were really, really lucky with the portal. 1 young lady is a transfer from Iowa, Jenna Young. She's going to be second base, throws right, hits left, green light girl. And then another one was a freshman at Houston that set every record as a Houston as a hitter. Will be a sophomore for us, but Brooke Wells is her name, first base, third base. But when she hits the ball,
it's hard.
The ball comes. Yes, it's like
hard.
It's like Lorcan kicking footballs in the indoor facility. It sounds different off her bat.
So,
and we're hoping that both of them can give us a lot of production. The 6 freshmen, I think everybody believes in them. Obviously, when you have a senior catcher, that's a big deal too.
We're going to take a quick break. Come back, wrap up with Patrick Murphy and Marlie Giles. This is Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance, and it's on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Clyde Mays Whiskey, the official state spirit of Alabama, perfected under the Alabama Pines and a proud partner of Alabama Athletics. Now officially bottled in Troy at the Connector Ridge Distillery. Bold spirit, southern roots, roll Clyde.
Don't stop planning for your future. Don't stop investing in your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Coach Oates, great game today.
The team found another gear. They kept grinding, didn't quit, and found a way to deliver another victory.
Like Ford F-Series trucks.
Right. The way you become America's best-selling truck for 48 consecutive years is delivering legendary performance and capability in the big moments, like today.
Thanks, Coach. For great offers on a new Ford truck, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Alabama basketball.
Roll Tide.
Based on 1977 through 2024 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Clyde Mays Whiskey, the official state spirit of Alabama, perfected under the Alabama Pines and a proud partner of Alabama Athletics. Now officially bottled in Troy at the Connector Ridge Distillery. Bold spirit, southern roots, roll Clyde.
Domino's delivers game day across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned in Tuscaloosa for 30-plus years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama basketball and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Just visit RollDomino's.com. Thanks for your business and Roll Tide.
When it comes to land care, you need equipment that's a slam dunk every time. At Tri Green Equipment, we provide the tried and true support you need for your John Deere gear. Just like the Alabama Crimson Tide, we're always ready to assist you in making those game-winning plays. Visit us today and experience the unbeatable support that keeps you in the game. Tri Green Equipment, proud sponsor of Crimson Tide basketball.
Auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. And Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. Final segment with Coach Patrick Murphy from Bama softball and his senior catcher, Marlie Giles. Marlie, I want to ask you about one of your teammates. Sophomore in Audrey Vandegrift, getting a lot of preseason love. USA Softball's Player of the Year watch list. All-American last year as a freshman. I randomly said, hey, I want to ask you about this young lady, and you tell me she's one of your roommates, so you can talk to us about her better than anybody.
I can.
Tell us about this young lady.
I will say that she deserves all the accolades that she's gotten preseason, if not more. I mean, she was just an absolute fireball for our team last season, and her mindset coming in was she just wanted to help the team no matter what it was. She didn't expect to be a starter. She didn't expect to be the top freshman in the country. She just wanted to, if that was being in the dugout and cheering on her teammates, she was ready to do that. And I know that this season she's just so excited to be able to lead us again, and I know she will. And she's just been working so hard on and off the field, and especially in the weight room, she just loves to lift weights and loves to get stronger and get faster. And it's really been a pleasure to get to know her, and I'm just so thankful for my relationship with her and being able to know her these past 2 years.
Coach, real quick, Thursday again in Atlanta. Next week, not this week, but next Thursday, the Buzz Classic. Georgia Tech, couple of games, same with Villanova and East Carolina. And then you're back home Valentine's weekend, 13th, 14th, 15th. You got the Easton Bama Bash. From those first 2 weeks, besides a ton of wins, what are you looking for?
Just to get everybody out there, get the jitters out. You know, they're going to have an Alabama uniform on for the first time, 8 of them. So we need to, play into that excitement. Hopefully all the butterflies, because they will have butterflies, but hopefully they'll be flying in the same direction. And we have 5 pitchers that, Lance McMahon does a hell of a job with them. And I think every single one of them improved this fall, but they haven't played like a Division I game yet.
Right.
So that's what I'm really looking forward to because, again, senior catcher, unproven pitching staff, that's what you want, if you're going to have those two. And this hopefully they will show everybody what they're capable of because at times in practices, every one of them has been unhittable.
Great stuff. Always good to see you. Appreciate the time so much. You bragged on her before she got here, but you may have undersold how great she was. Marlie, we appreciate the time from you as well. Best of luck this year.
Thanks for having us. You're the best.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Marlie Giles and head coach Patrick Murphy for Bama softball with us. Coming up next, we're talking Bama men's basketball. It's Hey Coach from Baumhower's Victory Grille on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Basketball at Alabama means one thing, time to dunk. And we're not just talking about on the court. At Fusakli's, we're dunking our hand-battered chicken fingers straight into our house-made sauces and washing it down with our fresh squeezed lemonade. Whether you're heading to Coleman Coliseum or watching from home, make Fusakli's your pregame stop. Hot, fresh, and made to order just the way Tide fans like it. Fusakli's, proud partner of the Crimson Tide.
Whether you're hiking the trails, tailgating before tip-off, or cheering courtside, Mountain High Outfitters has the gear to keep every Bama fan ready for adventure. From Patagonia and On Running to Yeti and Free People Movement, you'll find all your favorite outdoor and lifestyle brands. Visit Mountain High Outfitters in-store or online at mountainhighoutfitters.com.
Hey Bama fans, each Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live booth and courtside cams, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus replays of Crimson Tide Rewind. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes, coaches, and media members that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Crimson Tide. The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast. Hey Bama fans, each Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider Podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR.
Second season in crimson and white.
Missed the second. Rebound fought for, and Williamson's able to take it away for the Tide. Noah, nice hustle play as now the Tide up 16 has the ball with Holloway circling away from trouble. Gets underneath the basket. Kicks it to Mallette. Three. Oh, man, is he red, smoking hot. Timeout, Kentucky. That was a good one for the Tide and for the man who joins us here on stage as we welcome you back to Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Houston Mallette, great to see you, buddy. How are you, sir?
Great to see you. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, yep.
Glad to hear it. This is, I know we'd prefer to be talking to you coming off of a victory, but a tough one against Tennessee the other day. Let's just talk about the team as a whole, because I know it's been a couple of the losses have been disappointing.
Yep.
But the situation and circumstance kind of frustrating to not have everybody available, because when one guy gets hurt, another guy does get healthy, and then it's another one down. And that's been tough for everybody because you all work so hard to get to play in games, and not everybody's able to.
Yeah, I think, I think first and foremost, we have a phenomenal staff. Like, I think we have the best coaches in the country. I think Clark Holter is the best at what he does in the training room. We've had some kind of unfortunate injuries happen. But like Coach Oates says, I really feel like the depth of our team, the way we play, like it doesn't matter like really who's on the floor. Like we always feel like we have the best five guys out there. And I think as the season goes along, you see guys go down. But just to keep moving forward and keep bouncing back, we have a big one tomorrow. So I'm really focused on, I'm really excited. But I mean, I just left the gym. We're still there doing treatment with Clark Holter. I mean, he's been there from like 6 to maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night every day. So we're really grinding. We're really trying to get
staff that is so important. But the trust level you guys as players have with him and for him.
Yep.
Speak of that from your perspective, because you've battled a lot of things, and last year certainly was a prime example of that in the redshirt year. But tell us what that dynamic and that relationship, how important it is with Clark.
I think it's incredibly important. I mean, coming here honestly changed my life. It changed the trajectory of my basketball career. It honestly saved my life. Like I had reoccurring knee injuries. So I had 2 torn quadriceps tendons, and then both of my patellar tendons were basically torn. If you think of a rope, think of like a super frayed rope. That's what my tendons looked like when I got here. So I didn't practice for maybe like the first 4 or 5 months I was here. And now, I mean, I know the team isn't feeling this way like totally, but I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life, which I'm extremely blessed and honored to say. And then I had like a kind of at-home incident where I suffered like second-degree burns like at the tournament last year. And I mean, just the medical attention that I was able to receive, like it changed my life. Like I'm forever indebted to this place. Clark Holter and Henry Barrera and Amanda Branson, they all saved my basketball career. So I think they're the best in the country. And I know like we've been banged up, but like I promise you there's nobody working harder than those 3 and the guys on the team. So I mean, I love them. I trust them. I said if I ever get hurt when I'm out of here, I'm coming right back to get work done if that ever happens.
Well, hopefully, again, you've had your share then some. Hopefully you're done in that regard. Talk to me about how things are with this team as you're getting ready for what we're trusting and believing is going to be a great run as you're starting to get guys back, and obviously Charles Bediako, highly publicized now, part of the roster as well. Tell me just how things are going locker room-wise and practice-wise for you as, again, a veteran. You know how it's supposed to look, and when it doesn't look right, you know that too, but it seems like everything's going the right direction.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not in the position that we want to be in, that we feel like we should be in. But like Coach said, this isn't the standard that we're used to. And he's been the most winning coach. I mean, he's the best coach in the country. He's been the most winning coach in this conference. And, he knows what it means to win. So when we're out there, we have to take that next step as a group. I think we're pretty connected. I think we've been able to practice pretty well. I think we've been practicing well. Our preparation's getting better and better. But I told Coach today, I told him, I appreciate him because, this time is tough. Losing sucks. I hate it. It's not something that I want to be associated with. I mean, I'm sure it's not something anybody wants to be associated with. But I said, I appreciate you because I feel like I'm growing as a man. And I feel like our team is growing as, young men, dealing with adversity and, just taking it one day at a time, being where our feet are at. We have a really big opportunity tomorrow. And then if we just keep focusing on tomorrow and not even tomorrow, but focusing on making sure I'm getting rest tonight, making sure I'm watching my film. And then when shoot around comes, making sure I'm focused in shoot around and, I'm not messing up assignments and making sure just our preparation is great. I think it's very important. But I mean, this group is very connected. This is one of the closest teams I've been a part of. Everybody kind of talks to each other. I mean, I know some guys we're talking about playing Fortnite a little later on tonight. So, I mean, I love this group. We're all super connected, and I love these guys.
We would be fine with it, and knowing him, Coach Oates would be fine with it if we just kept you the rest of the way. But we're obligated to get to him here. Yeah. So
he's the man.
He is the man. We're going to let you run. Thanks so much for the time and for who you are.
Yep. Thank you guys for having me. Yep.
Appreciate it so much. Houston Mallette joining us here from Baumhower's Victory Grill. We've got Coach Nate Oates coming up the rest of the way. Stay with us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier, too. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
This is Jack's country. And on game day, nobody shows up empty-handed. Make a winning play with Jack's Catering. Hand-breaded chicken fingers, crispy fried chicken, scratch-made biscuits, and all the southern sides your crew craves. Whether it's a game watch or a family get-together, Jack's brings the flavor that scores every time. Order now at eatatjacks.com or on the Jack's app. Jack's, all about the South.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Bama fans, why wait to start your college journey? With the University of Alabama Early College, high school students can earn college credit from UA now, online or on campus. Students are eligible after completing the 9th grade with a 3.0 GPA or higher. Thousands of students across Alabama and the United States are already part of the Crimson Tide tradition. So don't just cheer for the Tide, join it. UA Early College. Legends start here. Visit earlycollege.ua.edu to learn more. Roll Tide.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
Being a Chevron car these days has been quite the adventure. Miami to Seattle, ocean to ocean. I've stopped at so many states and collected so many bumper stickers. Sometimes I feel like a moving passport book.
It's just so great what I can do with Chevron with Chevron, because it gives me unbeatable mileage and keeps my engine clean. Plus, there are so many chevrons along the way. Now the only thing I'm worried about is where to go next and where to put all my new bumper stickers. Chevron with Chevron, fueled by possibility.
Get game ready at Alumni Hall, your ultimate Crimson Tide shopping experience. Shop top brands like Nike, Champion, and Columbia, hats, accessories, and all your game day gear. Head to Alumni Hall in Tuscaloosa or shop alumnihall.com. Earn $10 in rewards for every $150 that you spend. Roll Tide and shop Alumni Hall and do it on your way to Coleman Coliseum tomorrow night. Alabama taking on Missouri. We said it earlier. We're going to remind you again, the original time was 8, but it is now a 7 o'clock tip time tomorrow night at Coleman Coliseum. Tuesday night, Alabama and Missouri men's basketball, 7 o'clock tip, 6 o'clock on the Crimson Tide Sports Network for pregame coverage, and you'll hear my conversation then, and actually one now, with the head coach of the Tide, Coach Nate Oates. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for the time.
Good to see you again. Wasn't too long ago.
No, it's. I'm sorry. you got to see me a bunch in short time span. But tell me how you guys have handled the adversity. Two things: the adversity of injuries and the adversity of some losses you're not accustomed to, especially coming at home. But one is tied to the other. I feel like, Coach, a big part of it, and that's not to take anything away from anybody that's had success against you.
Yeah, no, I agreed. You got to give everybody that's gotten a win against us their credit, but we haven't been fully healthy. But like I told our guys, we've got 5 really good players on the floor against their 5 players, and we need to do better, and we need to get to wins. So, it'd be great to get everybody healthy, but it may never happen. Who knows? It's sports. They're not guaranteed to have everybody healthy, so we got to get better. The guys that are on the floor need to play better. The guys have handled it well enough. They know we got to get better. It's not good enough right now. Nobody signed up to be 3-3 in the SEC. So, we've got to come out with better focus, better intensity out of the gate on every possession. We can't let missed shots, missed calls, whatever distracts them from what they need to be doing. We can't let that be a distraction. So I've got to do a better job keeping them focused. They need to do a better job staying locked into what we got to do. And obviously, if we get healthy, that'd be a help. But we got plenty of good players that are available to play. So we've got to get this thing turned up the right way here. Starting tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Tonight's first question brought to us by Alabama 811. Help prevent injuries, outages, and loss of life. Call 811 or visit al811.com. Before you dig, it's free, it's simple, it's the law, and it's Pee Wee down in Grand Bay. Go ahead, Pee Wee.
Hey, Coach, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. A little chilly up here, but we're good, Pee Wee.
Coach, my question is that here in some of these past games, there's other teams have had a lot of success of being able to run us off the three-point line. And I've noticed that during that time, they take us deep into the shot clock before we can try to get a decent shot. And it seems like maybe we get just a tad bit frustrated when that happens, a couple possessions in a row. How can you turn that around and be able to function the half-court offense against that type of a defense?
Very observant. Great question. We actually addressed this in film. We are getting way too late in the clock too frequently. We're not playing fast enough, I don't think. I think we can play faster and attack teams earlier in the clock so that we don't end up late in the clock. 2 is we've got to do a better job creating advantages, getting teams in the blender early. We're not, our pick and roll play isn't what it needs to be. Sometimes we're running pick and roll, getting no advantage, or another one, no advantage, another one, no advantage. We've got to actually create an advantage and force teams to pull a third guy in to stop picking. And we had that going against Tennessee early. We were finding Bediako on the lob, and then they had to pull people in, but we didn't do a good enough job getting the ball moving. I think we were 1 for 6. I think maybe we hit one late in the half and ended up 2 for 7 in the first half. It wasn't good enough. And then Tennessee went to switching. That's what a lot of teams have done. They'll switch and don't have to really pull a third defender and pick and roll. So we've got to be able to still hit the paint, pull a third defender in, kick the ball out, get a team moving, us playing off closeouts. And, what we like to say, keep them in the blender. So we're not doing a good enough job getting teams to have to play closeout basketball, getting them in the blender. I think part of it's we're not playing fast enough. Second part is we're not doing a good enough job in pick and rolls, creating advantage. And the third one is we just got to get off the ball sometimes and not over dribble it. Sometimes we're over dribbling the ball. So, we worked on it. We looked at some video in practice, and we got. And like you said, sometimes we'll start pressing a little bit. The other team goes on a run, and we'll take a couple selfish shots. Even though I don't think anybody on the team's particularly selfish, I think they're just trying to make something happen. And they got to trust the offense, trust their teammates, and I think we got to focus on doing that a little bit better here.
Coach, obviously one of the major storylines, having Charles Bediako back on your roster. It's the first time we visited here on this format since you got him. I just want to talk the basketball piece of it, how he looked, the dynamic at practice, the locker room. I mean, he had one day of work before the game and obviously had an impact for you, gave you something off the bench at a level you haven't had. So just talk to us about that piece of it as a teammate and as a player on the floor, what Charles has brought to you in a short amount of time.
I mean, he's always been a great teammate, great kid. So, he doesn't know everybody on the team really well yet, but he's getting to know them. And he's a great teammate. He's pulling for him. It's not going to be a guy that cares whether he starts, doesn't start. He's just going to come in and do what we need him to do. It's not like he hasn't been playing basketball. Now they've been in different systems with different teammates, but he's been playing. He felt like he got the ball a lot more in this game than I don't know how many of you. The G League isn't real highly watched league, so I'm sure you haven't watched any G League games this year, I'm guessing. But they tend to have guards that don't want to move the ball there. And, they're trying to get moved up, and most of them think they're going to get moved up by scoring it, which isn't necessarily true, but that's kind of, for those that have watched G League, played and had coached it, you got to fight those tendencies with a lot of those guards. And he made the point that, he's getting the ball more with our guys. We got better passers from the guard spot. So I think he enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed having him. He gives us some rim protection. And, Aiden Sherrill's so skilled. It's and Noah too. Now Noah hasn't shot particularly well at this year for us, but he can play on the perimeter. That's what he did when he was the Patriot League Player of the Year. Played a lot on the perimeter. So, Noah and Aiden can both play the 4, so we can play 2 of those 3 bigs together when these other teams have double bigs out there like Tennessee did. And matter of fact, Missouri's going to have double big. Mark Mitchell, who scored 31 and was really played the center for him last year mainly, is their starting 4 now. So, they've got 2 bigs. Florida's coming up right after that. They always play 2 bigs. So, he gives us the ability to play 2 bigs more. And we got, and at least have one rim protector between him and Aiden on the floor at all times. And he's a lob target. He'll go up and catch a lob, which you saw in the game on Saturday.
Real quick, a thought on Missouri. You mentioned them briefly, but if you could give us just a quick thought on the Tigers.
Yeah, they're a good team that's played their game ahead of us, or half a game ahead of us in SEC standings. They've got 3, the only team in the country, Stephen told me earlier today, that's got 3 shooters shooting over 40% that make over 2 a game. So, we've got to make sure we know who the shooters are, we know the personnel well. Mark Mitchell destroyed us last year at 31. He's back. He's a guy that started at Duke and transferred there. He's playing the 4 for him, can also go down and play the 5. So we got to make sure we do a much better job on him than we did previously. And this is a team that'll run. I mean, Coach Gates came in there, really changed the style of basketball there. They've had some really good years under him. They've had some real quality wins here this year. And it seems like they're winning all the close games, and they're in a bunch of close games. So, we got to come in, focus on our defense, get the ball moving on offense, and do a better job just staying focused on every play. We came out, got a 10-point lead on Tennessee, and didn't really put them away like I felt like we could have, And I'm not saying we're going to necessarily come out and get up 10, or we'll have to see how the game goes, but I think we're playing the scoreboard too much and not just focusing on every play. Just play the play, do what you got to do, defense, offense, rattle off some stops, have great possessions, whether the ball goes in or not. Let's make sure we're getting great shots up, and let's make sure we're focused on every possession on defense, and the score will take care of itself if we do that.
Then you're in good shape. If you take care of that, we'll see what happens. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we got to do, and we got to. Whoever ends up being healthy enough to play, we got good enough players to win the game, no matter who's healthy to play. So hopefully, Aiden Holloway practiced today. I thought he looked really good. So hopefully he has no setbacks for tomorrow. He's able to play. Amari did not practice. I know he's been in quite a bit. He was in when I left.
Talking about the training room.
Yeah, in the training room. I mean, he's in getting treatment all the time. So, and Clark works out. I agree with Houston. I think we got the best. You talk about their team that takes care of the guys, and their bodies, between Clark, the trainer, Henry, our strength coach, and Amanda, our dietitian. I think we got the three best in the country, and they're doing everything they can to make sure that our guys are healthy. And sometimes, I mean, it's athletics, it's sports. Injuries happen. Sometimes you get a rash from them, and call it unlucky, call what you will, but I feel like we got the best people taking care of them. You talk about our NBA guys, they come back. I mean, they want to come back, work out with Henry, train with Clark. They know Amanda knows what she's doing. She does a great job taking care of the guys with their health, all that stuff. So everybody's working, probably way more than we usually do, just try to get everybody healthy. But everybody's doing their part, and we just got to be patient, and the guys got to keep working. We'll get the guys back when they're supposed to be back.
That's the final word from Coach Nate Oates, presented by McCurry Van and Car Rental. Coach, always good to see you. Thank you for the time, and hope to see everybody again 7 o'clock tip time tomorrow night at Coleman Coliseum against Missouri.
Appreciate you having me on again.
It's your show.
Every week.
It's your show. Good to see you, my man. Roll Tide. Coach Nate Oates with us. We're back in just a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live booth and courtside cams, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus replays of Crimson Tide Rewind. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes, coaches, and media members that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Crimson Tide. The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast. Hey Bama fans, each Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider Podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live booth and courtside cams, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus replays of Crimson Tide Rewind. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes, coaches, and media members that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Crimson Tide.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Coach Oates, great game today.
The team found another gear. They kept grinding, didn't quit, and found a way to deliver another victory.
Like Ford F-Series trucks.
Right. The way you become America's best-selling truck for 48 consecutive years is delivering legendary performance and capability in the big moments, like today.
Thanks, Coach. For great offers on a new Ford truck, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Alabama basketball.
Roll Tide.
Based on 1977 through 2024 calendar year industry-reported total sales.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to get stronger just around the corner, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to crush a few reps before class with our expanded strength equipment or sweat it out on your way home from work. With over 2,800 locations, there's a Planet Fitness close to you, and most are open 24 hours. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
At Red Diamond, we take a lot of things lightly. Dog on the couch? Sure, that's fine. Wearing socks or sandals? Why not? But sweet tea? Around here, sweet tea is a way of life. One of the unspoken rules. Just 3 simple ingredients: tea, water, and sugar, and that's it. Always refreshing. Always Red Diamond. Find us in your local refrigerated section. Red Diamond Sweet Tea. The perfect sip does exist.
Hey, what's on tap next for Bama's presented by Coors Light. Tide fans choose to chill with an ice cold Coors Light. Next up for Bama, Missouri tomorrow night. Again, that's a 7 o'clock tip. Not 8, as it said originally. It is a 7 o'clock tip that was moved over the weekend. 7 o'clock in Coleman Coliseum tomorrow night. We'll be on the air beginning at 6 with the coverage, and the game is sponsored by Kid Plasma, and can be heard right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. If you missed any portion of tonight's show, you can always catch it on demand on our Alabama Insider podcast. Download and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Vice President and General Manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network is Jim Carabin. Our studio engineer has been Lacey Williams. For our producer, Tom Stipe, and our social media coordinator, Ethan Carabin, I'm Chris Stewart. Thanks for joining us. Roll Tide and good night from Baumhower's Victory Grill.